It's Thursday, and that means it's time for Nicaragua Live. Now, of course, I'm pre-recorded, and I am just giving so that everybody can join in. Thanks for channel. So, welcome to the live channel. So, welcome to the live stream. It is Thursday evening. Quick note, we are not going to have a live stream next Thursday because I have to travel to Belize. I will actually be still traveling during the live stream time period next week. So we do have to take a week off. I'll post this other places. But welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Thursday night. It's Nicaragua Live. I'm your host, Scott Allen Miller. And while Scott in the future that is live with you is getting ready, this is recorded, Scott, from a few hours ago, letting you know that you can hop in and take a few minutes. We got several minutes before we're actually going to go live. So a couple things. One, get yourself a drink and get ready. Two, if you're on a TV, consider grabbing a laptop or a cell phone or something and joining from there as well, and you can get in the chat. In theory, there's a way to chat on the TV as well. I've seen that is an option. I've never tried to use it. I have no idea how you would pull that off. It's probably awful, but I know like Larry does this a lot. He puts the show on the TV, but uses his phone to read what people are saying. I do try to read everyone's comments on the show, so you don't actually need to read them necessarily, but if you want to provide your own comments or interact, that's how you do that, for those who are wondering, and it works really well. Plus, you can interact with other people, but generally, we read everything on the show, so it's not super important until you want to put in your own stuff. Then, go. We're generally going to go for a while, so it's nice to have a drink and a snack. Introduce yourself over in the chat, which is probably over here. Thinking about this the correct around, because the cameras show my mirrored self ways, and then when it's confusing. Anyway, introduce yourself, and if you have any answered, go ahead and start asking those, or make and be ready to ask them, but you can jump right in and ask now as well. We never get so many. It's a problem. Get a little bit behind on the list, and we have to scroll back. Not go ahead and ask your questions, do all that interaction, say hi to each other while we're waiting. I might see you, like often I'm actually sitting at the computer getting things, see what you guys are saying while we're setting this up. So that all works out really for everybody to know how long it'll be. So at this point, you probably have to go ahead and get those things ready, and be sure to the bathroom as well and be ready with that. So again, welcome to the live stream. It is a Thursday night. Future Scott is setting up the cameras, making sure the mics are on, doing stuff to make sure that everyone seems to really enjoy having this intro, and for a lot of time ahead of time set up. So it is work, but it seems like less work once I actually do. Welcome to the live stream. We're going to be here talking about all the things you want to talk about, right? We're here to talk about living in Nicaragua, travel to, visiting Nicaragua, those questions, residency, Latin America, North America. Are you looking to become an expat? I know we have a lot of new people, especially over the last 2 weeks. We have so many new people who have joined the channel. Well, thank you, and our little community. And we'll just run through some quick information. A live show to actually kick off, but a few notes. This is your chance to use the bathroom. This is your chance to get a drink, snack, or have a set of snacks. Ranch, and chat. Again, if you're on a TV, grab a phone or a laptop or something and sign in there as well, and you can be a part of the live chat that goes on. We have a lot every week. We have a really great core group of people who do this every week, and then we get new people every week. Community, it's a lot. You may want to know, some people talk about our membership. Well, there's a join button, which I believe is right there. It could be right there. There's a join button somewhere, unless you're on the TV, where you can actually join our community. $5 a month, and really does help the show. It makes a difference. It is noticeable. All the people who are wonderful members really are the show dollars combined that we get, but it really does make a difference because we have cameras to buy and software to cover. We lose money doing this. We do technically lose a little bit of money. There's so much hardware and software and licensing and stuff, because every time you hear music on this, I have to pay for that licensing. And now I pay subscription, so it's a set fee. It's not per song price, but I have to pay for all that. I have to pay for Artlist and Epidemic and Canva and Final Cut and the GoPro 360s and the Fuji that we're going to be live stream and the broadcast board. This stuff really adds up. It's significant. And the Rode microphones and so forth. So it really is a big expense to do this. Super appreciate it. Make it financially possible. So there is, for the members, there is a private that we have for anyone who wants to talk about what's going on behind the scenes or get rapid access. It's not really what you're paying for the show. And then we have Buy Me a Coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Scott Allen Miller. That's a lot like Patreon, and that is just buy a coffee or two or three and help support the show that way with a donation. All really appreciated and all makes a huge much to all of our supporters to make this possible. Okay, it is Thursday night. We are here getting going by, and we're going to be on the Nicaragua Live. We're going to be talking about Latin America, becoming an expat with your family, moving to Nicaragua or other. Actually, I'll be in El Salvador and Belize. If as well, I will be in Colombia and Bolivia coming up in maybe a few weeks, and then in the United States in several weeks, all before the end of the year. We hope that's the current what my business will be doing, along with, of course, the United States to see family. So this is your last. We have just about one before we're actually going to kick over to the live. So be sure to get yourself a drink and be ready with that. Grab a Tonya, bottle of wine, some Flor de Caña, whatever works for you. Could be a Diet Coke. Get yourself energy. Don't let your sugar level go. Make sure you've used it. Don't be surprised by that. If you're watching on a TV, check out a laptop or a cell phone or something to also join in to be able to be part of the live chat. On a laptop or cell phone, watch us on TV. Your phone from time to time to add to the chat. That works really. And just knowing that we're live in people's living rooms, what a neat thing. And just knowing that we're live in people's living rooms, what a neat thing. Yeah, once you've done those things, you're settled into where you're going to be. Introduce yourself, say hi. If you're new, let us know something about you. Where are you coming from? What are you interested in? What brings you here? And of course, if you have any questions or comments, leave them, and we'll get to them in just a few minutes. We're just about ready for Scott to show up and switch us over to the live stream. So thanks everyone for joining us. This will be another fun evening. Again, another reminder, in 1 week, we are not doing the show next week. I have to travel to Belize on Thursday, on the day of the live stream. So I will be on a plane. I will not be able to do a live stream on that day. And I have climbing around on my phone. It's some kind of really wacky ant thing that looks a little bit scary. Okay, we're at 8.5 minutes. It's time to go to the live. So I'm gonna look around. Scott, are you out there? Are you up, ready to switch over? Let's kick this over. Let's go live. All right, guys, we are here and we are clearly having issues with the network. We have a big storm going on, so we're going to go to the still image. We're going to come up with a new still image for the evening. Let me know if you can hear me. I heard this is really bad. I'm going to try to double check, but I'm pretty sure we're still on the new YouTube server, and this is the first we've had a problem since we switched to that, but we are in the middle of a really big storm, so maybe that is a reason. Yeah, we're on the primary, it says. Trying to keep the bandwidth low. The is even with the still image, it says the cache is not working. Crap, this is the penalty I get for starting really early. Not really early. I started on time for the dreadful spin. Prelude is not buffering well. Buffering on and off every 7 words. Mark says howdy. 1101 says hi Carlos. Yeah, cutting in and out. Tom says buffering. Luke says at least you get the opener family price. Mark says storm there, but I bet it's warm. Snowing in northern Canada. Wow. Patricia says hello all. Oof, this connection is bad. Is the audio still cutting? Let me ask. All right, I'm typing in there. Well, hopefully people can hear me. How is everyone? Oh, we already lost a bunch of people. When it's really bad like this, I'm sure people are giving up. I hate that there's no way to check. Oh, no, still audio. It's impossible to verify this ahead of time. There's no way to know what it's going to turn out like. And of course, we were bright and sunny all day long, and didn't have any didn't have a storm until just an hour ago. Oh, it's a serious storm. Well, great. Let's give it a little bit, see if this recovers. Sometimes it's for a little bit. We may have just hit a bad time, but that seems unlikely. Seems like we probably are going to be struggling with this all evening. Live from a plane. Live from Avianca. Ooh, the audio's getting better. That's a hope. Yeah. For just a moment, my cache went down to 98%, which means it snuck a little bit out. And choppy again. Oh, great. With the still image up, there's really nothing I can do to reduce the data rate more. Although it's acting like the data rate's kind of high. Oh, it must be trying to recover a little bit. Traveling to fish. I loved my trip to Nicaragua. I truly enjoyed it. My brother did get shaken down by the local Managua police for $15. Patricia says audio is better. Still choppy. And Mark says it's better now. Comes and goes. Comes and goes. My, oh, that doesn't work. Let's see. My monitor is showing that the cache is full. As long as the cache is full, it's not great. It is, you guys must be able to hear the rain. Like, this is crazy. I wish I had a way to take the live stream camera outside and show it to you, because this is serious. Like, all kinds of wind, all kinds of rain. We lost power for a second, but it doesn't affect the stream. Georgia Bowens, hello from Michigan. What part of Michigan? What city? Mark says it's fine. Mark seems to be having a much better time than everyone else. Do I have 2 connections? No, I only have 1. Tom says the audio is okay. All right. I can't figure out why it's sending so much data. It's one thing that's weird is that it sends tons and tons of data, but we're on audio only. It shouldn't be sending all that much. I mean, there's got to be some for the image, but... Oh, there we go. The cache is down to 98. No, back to 99. Yes, that is thunder in the background. We are in a... Luke says, if an IT professional would around, we'd ask if you had disconnected, reconnected before rebooting. Yeah, this is the regional connection. Can't handle it. There's something. I'm sure it's the storm affecting the region. Because we were good all day, no problems at all, and then this storm hit just within the last hour. I can point the microphone at the window so you guys can really hear it. Yes, Patricia. Need to... Oh. Hopefully you got the thunder there. Someone needs to send me a rain gauge. What I want is a real weather kit. Like, I want an automated kit that does the wind and the measurement and tracks it all. Like, they've got modern things for this now. But I don't own one. The chop in the stream is time to the weather. Is that... Are you saying, Mark, like, you can hear the storm get worse out a little bit? Or are you saying just in general? Oscar says, hey, Scott, news... Welcome, Oscar. What is a rough ballpark range for hiring an attorney in Nicaragua to procure a rentista visa? I don't actually... I think the listed price is like $1,500 is pretty typical. It'll vary a lot, and obviously once you're here and on the ground and stay away from Managua, you can get much lower prices, but if you're doing it in Managua, be around $1,500, which is it's not much to like make an effort of trying to get away from it. Fish says, I apologize, it was the Ometepe police, not Managua, but still, it was so beautiful. I went from Nicaragua to Costa Rica, now heading to Puerto Rico. Any suggestions for cheap travels in other countries? Well, not Puerto Rico, that's not cheap. YouTube, then plugging it back in again. Hold on for a second, guys. I'm actually... This is well, no, it's getting dark. I was going to run out and put a camera, but it's dark out there. Janet says, I can hear your rain, too. Janet hears bull. Johnny says, one of the things I like from Nicaragua. Thomas a liar. Rain is relaxing. Oh, Johnny's in Dallas. I'm lived in Carrollton. Janet says, my class just got over. Rain was blowing in my office through the window. Yeah, I'm afraid my whole house is wet right now. My dogs are freaking out. Tom says, sounds like a thunderstorm outdoors. It's more than a thunderstorm. This is quite a storm. Causing the issues. Yeah, that makes sense. Weather station. Let's see what there is. So I want one of these cool weather stations that like records everything and gives you an automated like all kinds of stuff. I'm just one at random. I'm not saying this is a good one. But just to give you guys an idea of what I want to get. It won't let me send it. Oh! Stupid Amazon links are too long to send for anything because they're stupid. Hear that one? Hey, guest bless. Alright, this should work. That's the kind of thing I want to get. I want one that then records to a computer so you have all kinds of data. But I want a big sensor that I can put on my wall that I can look at any time. Yeah, it's actually a little bit, like, hard for me. It's so loud. Ah, then 3 seconds later it briefly cuts out. Interesting. It must be hitting the local station. Weather station. Everyone knows I like the white ones. All my office equipment in white and cool colors. Oh, so how has everyone's week been? Luke says nice ASMR. I don't know if it counts as ASMR when it's a storm. I guess it is. Oh, and now it's way down. Suddenly it starts going away. Let me know if it cut out with that one. That was a big one. Oh, and the rain is back. That was our little reprieve. Just those couple minutes there, and now it's all right back to it. Oh my, it's a little bit better. Janet says, is there a delay? That sounds like the one I heard here a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, Janet, there is quite a delay on the audio. It can be, I think it's at this point 30 seconds. Patricia says, you don't need a weather station, you just make a rain gauge from a water bottle. Upcycling is cool. Luke says, weather app shows dissipation in 2 more hours. I mean, storms, I just don't like it cutting out. Oscar says, Carrollton, North Josie Lane? Yes, Oscar, I lived on Carrollton on North Josie Lane. Scott Keel. Scott, yep. It is real-life thunderclaps. Oscar, are you in Little Salvador there? I lived between North Josie and Kelly, but I definitely lived just off North Josie. Janet says, yeah, the sound is delayed because I had already looked at the link above when I heard you say that's the one. Mark says, or you can just, an old-fashioned weather van. Yeah, I just need an old-fashioned weather van. Send me one. It's harder to keep the stream going when I'm not on video. I'm just on audio, looking around at things. The rain just stopped hitting my window like a tap was turned off. Oh, weird. Well, yeah, I had that, Janet, and now it's back again. Did it come right back? I need to put a second microphone, like, out the window so you guys can get the real thing. Actually, the microphone I have will make it out the window. I can open the windows from here, and I can actually stick the mic out the window. You wouldn't be able to hear me then, though. But it would be interesting. You'd get full-on storm, that's for sure. Well, Tom says it sounds pretty good. I'm hoping you audio. I mean, the storm sounds good, too. But That's the kind of day we're having. And luckily, my new roof just got put on, so we may be avoiding some of that. Like, literally hours ago, they finished our... Actually, I've got pictures. I'm going to try to get these for you guys, since I don't have a lot of ways to show you stuff. For those who are keeping track of stuff, we're actually going to be able to do the live stream next week. As far as I know, that's the plan, because I am actually leaving 36 hours for Belize. They moved it forward a few days. My 16th birthday is in the middle of the week this week, and so I can't be traveling on that day, or I need to be back on that day. So I'm leaving Saturday morning, morning to head to Belize, and I will be back on Wednesday morning. So it's actually quite a bit of time. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's longer than last time. Hey, Tusk, good to see you here too. Sadly, you can't see me since we're having network problems. Oscar says 20 minutes north. What general intersection are you around, Oscar? I lived right at the President George Bush and North Joseph in Rolling Woods. It says not back yet. 6 p.m. local time. Oh, 6 p.m. here. It's definitely back here. So maybe it's shutting off as this direction or something. Fingers crossed that we don't have too much more of this level. This is pretty extreme. I'm glad I didn't have plans to be like out on the beach today or something. This would be... I mean, I like rain on the beach. That's cool. This would be a little extreme. Driving home in LA traffic. I assume that's Los Angeles, not Louisiana. Traffic's rough too, but not the same. Janice says, yeah, the sound is great with background torrential rain. Oh, well, I'm glad it's working now. Patricia says, if the connection is bad now, wait until everyone starts streaming tonight's Taylor Swift concert. Only 6 more nights of the Eras tour. Oh, wow. Oh, and Tom says the sound is spotty again. It's all very depressing. Well, there'll be one benefit of the dry season coming up soon is we did roll through when it was dry. EG's here. Greetings. Lots of Texans on. So anyway, I don't have... Oh, I gotta check my mail. I gotta see what my flight plans are. I love it when I'm getting updated flight plans while doing the live stream. Like, where will I be and when? Alright, there's my confirmation. What? Why am I flying to Panama? Oh my gosh, I'm flying to Panama. Okay. Saturday, 6 a.m. I'm flying to Panama. Oh my gosh. Dear Lord. Oh my gosh, and then to Costa Rica? What is happening? That is, Oscar says 423 in Maine. I gotta check that out. See exactly where that is. I lived there for 11 years, so I know the area a bit, but that sounds like you're a bit north of where I was, I think. But if you're in Carrollton, you can only be a little bit different than where I was. Of course, it's been forever since I've been there. Alright, so there's the President Bush. There's Josie. Later. Boy, it's been a long time. So it's hard to believe. In some ways, I've only lived away from that area for 4 years. But in many ways, it seems like it's been a really long time. I don't really know my way around anymore. Boy, it's hard to believe. Used to go around North Josie and Frankfurt often. Yeah, that's just 2 intersections from my house. I could walk there for food all the time. I'd walk to the Taco Bueno at Josie and Frankfurt was my Taco Bueno. And I lived in that community. That was my corner. So I didn't cross a road to go to that. That was inside. Scott Keel says, flurries in Pittsburgh tonight. I would enjoy the thunderstorm you're experiencing. Sound is much better now, by the way. Oh, that's good. My family lives just outside Pittsburgh in Canton, Ohio, and I just saw them posting pictures of the snow. So, yeah, I am so glad I don't have that anymore. I am not a snow person. I love how it looks out the window, but I do not like it. Sounds like a rum prelude to a 6 a.m. flight. Yeah, 6 a.m. flight. Then November 24th. What? Is that noon? That's noon. Wait a second. Oh my gosh, I'm flying all day. All day. And I'm spending the night. Oh wait, no, there's another flight. Okay, so I get into Guatemala. 35 on yeah. Oh my gosh, from Santa Maria. I'm going to be in every country in Central America within a day. At least my flight back is nice and easy. Wow. Wait, is it Guatemala to Managua? Oh, it's direct. I have a direct flight back. That part's good because I gotta get back for my kid's birthday. And EG's in Denton. My company is headquartered in Denton. We've mentioned that. Oscar says I'm a couple of towns north. Oh, okay. So I will be arriving in Belize the afternoon on the 4th. to fly. Ready for this? Nicaragua to Panama, Panama to Costa Rica, Costa Rica to Guatemala, Guatemala to Belize. All of this to get to a place that if I had a car with the right licensing, I could drive there. Traveling to fish. Nicaragua was the first country I ever visited outside the U.S. It was amazing. I've since been to Costa Rica, flying out to Puerto Rico, any other... Yeah, sorry, traveling to fish. I missed your question earlier. So there's lots of places that are good. I'm going to see what happens. Like, how bad can it be? Oh, bad. It's going to be bad. Why is the data rate so high? Oh, no, that doesn't work. It immediately goes to an impossible data rate. That was insane. Okay, let's give it a second to recover. That was bad. Okay, so it shot up to like 300% YouTube is able to handle. I have no idea why. Everything's set not to do that, but it freaked out, I guess. I don't know. So traveling to fish. So here in the area, you've got lots of choices. They're like, this flight is rough. I'm like, yeah, I saw. Two stops, Panama, Costa Rica. Costa Rica, you only have 45 minutes to catch the flight, but the return flight is direct, yeah. Yeah. I have a half-day layover in Panama. Half a day. Do you know how boring Panama Airport is? Let me tell you. That's the answer. It is not an exciting airport. Not exciting. Not exciting. The upside is, as airports go, you're generally allowed to like leave and do things. And I used to live there, so like I know people and stuff. But, yep, 10 hours. Layover in Panama. So, gonna see if I can find the airport and hang out in the city. That will. Yeah, the people who are booking it are like, yeah, everything was booked. We had to fly you all over to get flights. There's nothing we could do. Ooh, the rain slowed down finally. So, traveling to fish, sorry, we keep missing your stuff. Yeah, you've got lots of options. Like, everything in the region is really nice, actually. Guatemala's fantastic. El Salvador's fantastic. Honduras is a bit difficult compared to the others, but they're working on stuff. They're up and coming. You could go there. Like you don't need to avoid it, but if you're new to travel, it's a little bit rougher around the edges than other places. Panama is fantastic. I don't know if you want to do a 10-hour layover in Panama, but Panama's fantastic. Mexico has just endless cool stuff. Mexico can be expensive. Costa Rica is super expensive. I've already been there. That's the worst. Nothing in Latin America matches Costa Rica for price. Panama's up. It's not Costa Rica in price. Mexico can be up there. It's never Costa Rica. Everyone else is cheaper. I'm assuming... Oh, yeah, you said outside the U.S. So... from the U.S., all those countries are quick and easy and simple. Plus, the Dominican Republic falls into that group as well, just as easy from the U.S., really close. But the nice thing is all those are close. You can do like weekends and stuff. Like, that's great. If you go further afield, I really love, and I mean most people do, South America is very affordable and very exotic compared to Central America. Like, you'll get a completely different experience. But it's really cool and has so much to offer, and it's enormous, right? So I'm planning on being in Colombia and Bolivia soon, hopefully. I really like it in Bolivia, and I haven't been in Colombia, believe it or not. So I'm really looking forward to heading there and checking it out. And my friend Caroling is on, and she heard us mention the Taylor Swift concert. Yes, Caroling, that was Janet. I think it was... Wait, no, who mentioned it? No, it wasn't... I think Patricia mentioned that the last few days of the air were server is on, and when that starts tonight, it'll kill our bandwidth for the show. That is hilarious. Janet says, I had an all-night layover in Houston on my first flight down to Nicaragua. It was boring. Houston is the worst because there's nothing to do, and you're not allowed to do anything. Like, if you're American, you're okay. If you're like Canadian, they won't even accept credit cards, and they don't accept cash. They're like it's like literally an anti-Canadian airport. Like, it's a statement about how much they don't want non-Americans flying through that airport. Really nasty. That's IAH. Hobby is fine, in my experience. I mean, it's tiny. You just pop in and out. But yeah. So I'm going to be experiencing 10 hours in Panama. If I can leave the airport, really, it's not bad because the city is not that big and there's things to do. Like, I could probably make it to downtown, hang out for a long time back to the airport. And I'm not going to be taking very much with me, so it'll be easy to do. So we'll see. But that was not the flight path I was expecting. So I will be in Panama all day and then spending the night in Guatemala, which I love spending the night in Guatemala. That part is cool. Like, I don't mind that at all. I will be... What time do I arrive in... Gosh. No, I said 9:35. Okay, that's not bad. 9:30, get into Guatemala. That's enough to go out for dinner. Sadly, I don't have anyone to hang out with. Is there anybody here in Guatemala City? Anyone in the area? Let me know. So I'll have an evening in Guatemala City, but by the time I get out of the airport, I will take an Uber this time. Last time I walked to my hotel, which is fine, but it took an hour and I'm lugging my luggage. I'm so cheap. I'm like, I'm not calling Uber. I'm going to call Uber this time. Oh, that's not why. Last time, Uber had deleted itself from my phone, and it was going to take hours to download it, and so I actually walked to the hotel faster than Uber could call an Uber. So that was why I did it. And then I don't leave Guatemala City at Aurora until afternoon, just a little bit afternoon. So yeah, I've got quite a bit of time to just chill in Guatemala. But nothing to do for breakfast. Guatemala's breakfast. Traveling for fish, thank you for the suggestions. Costa Rica was very expensive. It is. Like, it's heavily recommended not to go there under normal circumstances. Of course, it's fine, but it's crazy expensive. Nothing in the region comes close. And quite frankly, there's very little special about it. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a fine country. I like being able to go there from time to time. It's whatever. I'm going to be there apparently the day after tomorrow. First at night. My gosh, when am I going to be there? This is such a terrible itinerary. I can't even wrap my brain around it. I'm leaving Panama. I don't even know when I'm leaving Panama. Leaving Panama at 6:40 and arriving. This is ridiculous. I'm leaving Panama at 6:39 and arriving in Costa Rica at 7:07 and then leaving Costa Rica at 7:52. That is so awful. That is a 28-minute flight. Oh no, it changes time zones. It's more, but still, it's all awful. Yeah, South America has just tons of stuff, fish. So looking for a large range of things. I mean, honestly, Peru, Colombia, Brazil, Bolivia, Paraguay, Chile, Argentina. Europe a little bit more expensive, but not that bad. Who did I miss? Don't go to Ecuador right now. The power's off. Until they get that fixed, it's not worth visiting necessarily. But Latin is just generally so affordable and so reasonably safe and so accessible. And just there's so much good throughout Latin America that, you know, we always say that, you know, of all places, it's Costa Rica that we tend to be like, maybe you shouldn't go to Costa Rica. Like, that's the one that stands. It's one of the most dangerous, and it's by far the most expensive, and it doesn't have that's unique, and so it easily ranks as the least interesting, most expensive, and for a tourist, most dangerous. So if you're looking for places to go in Latin America, it's actually kind of the bottom of the barrel. There's 17 Latin American countries. 6 are more affordable, safer in a practical sense, and more interesting, I think, than Costa Rica. That doesn't make Costa Rica bad. Nice people. There's a lot to like about the country. It's just so many expats there that it ruins it in a price perspective. It ruins it in a cultural perspective. It just doesn't have what the others have to offer. Scott, I'm just starting my TEFL certification online through Maximo Nivel in Guatemala. How easy is it to get a job in Nicaragua teaching English? Any idea? It's absolutely impossible. It's 100% off the table. You cannot work. So you are, I believe, Scott, you said you're from